Hello, sweet friend, and welcome back. Welcome back to my home. This is going to be a new type of video about what's going on for the week, and you're still going to get the decorating videos every Wednesday at 9 a.m. But this is sort of a review of what has happened over the past week. And just to let you know, what I'm showing here is all of the stuff that we have been thrifting from garage sales this summer so far. Now, we actually skipped out on the garage sales this past weekend, and we believe we have enough projects to keep us busy through the winter months and to keep our booth going without going to Goodwill to buy their overpriced items. Now, I've been sorting through this mess to put all the fall together and all the Christmas, and everything else is mostly considered farmhouse items. There may be a few spring items hitting in there. All of my Patriot stuff just sold at the booth. I only had a couple of items left. And we actually have plans in the spring to paint our garage and redo the garage floor. But somehow we jumped into this idea of booth rental, and now here we are without the garage getting done. And we have questioned many times if this is what we want to be doing at this point in time in our lives. I think I was worried that when Larry retired and both of us being retired together, that we would become sedentary. So I wanted to keep us busy, but this has become a big chore. We know our traveling days will come to an end soon, so maybe we want to rethink this booth rental idea for now. So it's just a thought. We haven't made any decisions yet. Back in the spring, we did plant a garden, and although I put out several items, the bunnies have definitely been keeping their belly full on most of the garden plants and a lot of the flowers. We don't want to harm them, but we are trying to take care of them. We've seen a lot more bunnies this year than normal. I think I remember seeing one or two, and I've seen quite a few this year. So they are a growing family, and they are loving the garden and some of my floral plants. Of course, this is a video of us back in the spring. Everything looks lush and green, but right here is an updated picture of my garden, and that's the 2 beds. My sister-in-law have 2 more, and I'm hoping to put a fence around all of those to protect it from the bunnies. But out there is where I have my pumpkin patch, and over here in the garden area, I do have one tomato plant that's doing really good. I already see a green tomato on there. That's squash right behind it. My onions did not come up. The bunnies ate my snow peas, and my green peppers did not survive. And the other tomato plant just sort of came up on its own, so we'll see how well that one does. But back in the pumpkin patch, there is something sleeping back there. We're not sure if it's the bunny family. They are sort of beating down some of the vines to the pumpkins, so we're not sure if it's the bunnies or something else. And I don't think we're going to set up a camera. I don't think they're going to do that much damage. Larry put out quite a bit of pumpkin seeds. You can see the blooms on them. And those stakes are of flowers that his sister had gave us that he wanted to get in the ground before they dried out. But yeah, not sure what's sleeping in there, but something is making a bed of the evening. And we're hoping to see a few pumpkins, but as much as he planted, we might have enough for the whole neighborhood. So we'll see how well they do, because The pumpkins that I put out last year, I got 2 small ones. It was so comical. But, you know, we mean to get some pumpkins this year because they're getting so expensive, and we wanted to try to grow our own for the fall season in decorating my front porch and around my mailbox. This should have been a spring project, although here we are almost at the end of June and we're just now getting to this. Larry had already done the front sidewalk and the porch this year. We only have to do it about every other year. I wish we could stretch it a little to maybe once every 3 years, but it starts to looking a little black and dark, and it just really looks very nice when it's clean and fresh. So I did get out and help just a little. Larry would do like 3 blocks of the drive, and I would go help and relieve him from being in the hot sun, and I would do 1 block, and then he would do 2 or 3 more. But we didn't get it all done in one day because it's a good 8 hours to get this long driveway done, and that's not including the porch and the front sidewalk. But we are happy to get it done, and this was what we did this week. Larry did want to work on his building, and he's fixing up his office. And you guys don't forget to go over and check out what he's doing over on his YouTube channel. And I'll put that link to his channel in the description box below. Larry had to make a run to Lowe's, and I asked him to pick me up some impatiens, and he brought these 3 beautiful blooming impatiens, and I'm going to put them in the flower pot. But what I'm sharing with you here, I got from Amazon.com, and this thing is amazing. You can turn it over and sit on it like I'm doing here, or turn it back over the other way, and you can kneel on it, and you know, I'm testing my strength on it. It's easy on the knees and helps me get up because I do have a bad knee. And anyway, I am loving this, and that link, you can find that item in my garden shop in my Amazon storefront, and you can find that link in the description box below. For this week, I decided to clean up my kitchen, and this gives me the perfect opportunity to take everything out of my kitchen and wipe it down except for just the main items like my coffee pot, my mixer, and things like that. But this really freshens up my kitchen for summer. And then I really don't mind getting in my kitchen and cooking, especially when I have a clean kitchen. It's just enjoyable to go in and fix a meal instead of it being all cluttered. My stove really needed some attention, and I wasn't happy with the first round, so I got a different cleaner, and I think I used some soft scrub, and just wanted to get any buildup off of my stove ready to be used. In the bottom drawer of my oven, it's actually considered a food warmer, but I never use it like that. But I do have my Polydine pans, and I do love these. I don't run them through the dishwasher. I only hand wash them because they will rust around the rims. But you'd never have to spray these. The food will not stick. If you use a cooking spray on them, then you take that finish off. So they're just so easy to clean up with a little soap and hot water. And I just love the Polydine baking pans, but I do not like their skillets. I don't recommend their skillets. I have my, what I call a touch-free trash can over here with the foot pedal. So if I'm cooking and I need to open it, I don't even have to touch the lid. But I do like to wipe this down as often as I can. And I know most of the newer homes have the trash under the counter, but I had a home like that, and I had a problem with the trash being in there. You would open that drawer, and everything under there just smells like whatever you have in your trash can, and it's almost impossible to have a lid on it. So I am loving this. I got it from Bed Bath & Beyond a few years ago, although they have went out of business. But you can find them at other places, and I just love this. And when the lid underneath rusted a little bit, Mr. Fix-It took it out, cleaned it up, got the rust off, and spray painted it, and it looks like new. So I really just love that trash can. It's just so handy in my kitchen. I do have an O-Cedar mop bucket, spin mop. I'm putting my favorite cleaner, which is Spick and Span Sun Fresh. And during 2020, it was a little bit hard to find. So when we did find it, we stocked up. We've had about a 3-year supply, but I think I've got one more bottle of it. But I love this for my floors. I do spin dry my mop. It's just very damp, and this is a hardwood floor, but it works out well, just not to put a lot of water on it. Larry brought home a beautiful bouquet of flowers for my kitchen vase, and I am just loving them. Friends, I've got some new skillets. This is the large 12-inch skillet with the lid, and also it can go in the oven up to, I believe it's either 450 or 500 degrees. So from stovetop to oven to keep it warm. And I don't know, I'm gonna try this, but I definitely want something that lasts. And then I got this one for sauteing vegetables, and I have to just clean them up and put them away, but I'm ready to give them a try. Calphalon. This is Calphalon. I think I'm saying that right. So anyway, this is the same. It can go from the stovetop to the oven, and I'm going to give these a try. I had Polydine. I'm very disappointed with Polydine. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. The bottoms of them would bleed out, but let me show. So this is what happens. and it still rubs off. And look at my hand, it rubs off. It always has. And these are dishwasher safe. And I think I was supposed to hand wash these, but this is a pretty nice lid, but these could not go in the oven. Let me know in the comments if you have used these and if you're happy with them. So I hope they're going to be worth it. Stick around, guys. I'm going to test out this new skillet. I promised Mr. Fix-It a whole fried chicken, and I will also bake his favorite German chocolate cake. Good morning, friend. I'm fixing my last cup of coffee for the morning. I want to bake the cake here in the morning and fry up the chicken around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Now I am about letting Betty Crocker and the Pillsbury Doughboy help in my kitchen today. I remember when my children were toddlers, we pretty much cooked from scratch. I would spend hours in the kitchen peeling potatoes and cooking a main dish for suppers. So any help I can get to make a meal a bit easier, I'm all about that. I use 1 German chocolate cake mix and 2 coconut pecan frostings. These are my Paula Deen cake pans, and I don't have to grease or spray them. As long as I don't use a cooking spray, they will not stick. If I ever use the oil or the spray, that will bake the finish right off of it, and then I'll have to continue using a cooking spray. I'm using my old vintage mixing bowl, and this is so scratched up, but I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world for the new stuff. However, although I guess if it did break, I would have to find something new. I found my mixer at Amazon, and I got red to match my KitchenAid mixer, but I store it in the pantry now and not on my countertop. I'm a little tired of the red, I guess. I have a plastic cake plate and a glass one. I'll be using the glass one today. Did you know that if you turn each piece of your cake plate over and put them together, it creates a punch bowl or a big fruit bowl? Yes, I do use Crisco. Flavor. What can I say? I don't use it very often, just for cakes and biscuits and fried chicken. Maybe 2 to 3 times a year, not daily or weekly, just occasionally. We really don't care for the store-bought cakes. They're so very dry, and the icing has way too much artificial flavor in them. So I really do like to make our cakes and muffins and brownies and stuff like that at home. Even though it's out of a box, it still tastes better than the store-bought. Even though I try to even these out the same amount in each one, I always get more in one than the other, so I usually use the smaller layer on the top of the cake. Time for them to go into the oven at 350 degrees for 25 minutes. Oh yeah, the old toothpick test. Just take your toothpick, stick it in the center of the cake, and if it comes out clean, then your cake is done. I want to move these over on the cutting board so they can continue to cool away from the heat of the oven. After I'm done with my morning coffee, I usually will have a Premier protein shake as my breakfast, and that's when I take my medication. I've been drinking these for years. They're just chock full of a lot of protein, and they are low carb if you do low carb. Okay, it's time to cook supper. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and a roll is on the menu. I'm using self-rising flour, salt and pepper. My sister-in-law Sherry gifted us this Spanish smoky flavored paprika, and I want to try a little of it in my fried chicken today. I cut up a whole fryer, but I will spare you the cutting part. My sister Robin says the secret to crispy fried chicken is not to turn it before it's ready, because I would be over there flipping that bird way too soon. So remembering what she told me, I checked it by turning a wing, and it's not quite ready yet. Patience is a real key factor to cooking. Here it is, all done. Call me Mrs. Colonel Sanders. Well, maybe more on the lines of Cracker Barrel chicken. No, wait, more like Mama's Kitchen fried chicken. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, my husband loves it. That's what counts, right? Sometimes I like to bring my laundry out here in the kitchen, and I'm pointing out here, this was brand new. I'm so disappointed. I put it over my KitchenAid mixer and it was leaking some kind of oil and it got on there and I was just heartbroken. But I'm going to see if I can't get that repaired, and for now I'll put a plastic bag liner in it so that it doesn't get oil on this new cover. But sometimes I do like to bring my laundry out here in the kitchen. It's just open, airy, light and bright. And I've got a load of whites that I do. I usually wait till I get a full load, and I use my washcloths in each bathroom and even in my kitchen instead of expensive paper towels. But I'm going to fold these up and then put them away. Now, I don't do laundry every day since my husband's retired and he doesn't have as much demand on his work uniforms, work shirts. So I will usually let 2 or 3 loads build up because who wants to do laundry every day? I got to stop by Bath and Body Works because I was out of my wall flyers. So I wanted to pick some of these up, but I just wanted to show you, I didn't pick up any of new of the plugs. I have all kinds for the holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, but this is what I have for the spring and summer. I have this one, and then I have this one's very neutral. But here, and then I have one of these that's just plain. But for fall, I have the little truck. I have the pumpkins, the leaf, the maple leaf, and the multiple maple leaves. That's what I have for the fall. And then for the holiday, oh, this is also for fall. I must love the fall ones, guys. And then for Christmas, I have the snowman and the snow globe. That's all that I have. I would like to pick up some more for Christmas. I generally try to keep out 3 or 4, even up to 5. But I will use these 3 for summer. This one will go into my kitchen. This one is in the bedroom, or actually bathroom, and this one is in the bedroom. And I generally like just one particular kind. I like the Japanese cherry blossom. I love that scent. I don't like it in, like the soap and fragrance mist and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to wear it. I just want to smell it. But I seen this, and with it being empty, I thought somebody's grabbing these up while they have them in stock. The pumpkin pecan waffles. And when I tested the scent, oh my goodness, it smelled so great. So I got 5 of the Japanese cherry blossom, and you got 5 for $27. Not a great sale, but while I was there, I wanted to go ahead and pick them up. And I got 5 of the pumpkin pecan waffles, getting ready for the fall holiday already. But I'm going to go ahead and put these 3 together with the cherry blossom, which is my absolute favorite, and the rest can wait till fall. So let me go ahead and get these fixed up and get them in the wall and enjoy the scent for the summer. This week I did a refresh on the master bedroom, and yes, that is a 15-pound weighted blanket. I deal with restless legs, and that's very helpful for my legs. I don't have to take a lot of pain medicine, but if you want to see what that video is about, you can find that under master bedroom on this channel. I'll put that link in the description, and check that video out in case you missed it.